What's going on, guys? Rob with 3STRONG. Today I'm going to talk about core stability, those abby-dabbies, all that fun stuff. But notice I said core stability. Stability is being able to maintain our center, maintain our base. And a lot of this is just the resistance of movement. When we're doing an overhead press, a back squat, a deadlift, a kettlebell swing, all those big strength power movements, your back actually remains rigid and you're resisting movement in your spine. And what this does is this allows our center to be more rigid and more powerful and let the limbs, the legs or the upper body do all the work. Because if we have a very loose core, a loose base, then that means that we're going to lose power when we start to do other movements. And those movements are incredibly beneficial. I mean, if you don't have a solid base, a deadlift is just going to be incredibly painful on your back. Any overhead press, any back squat, any of those movements are going to be really, really uncomfortable, and it's going to lead to problems. But to strengthen our core, it's not just doing how many side bends and flexing and bending all around. That's great, and we need to train those muscles in that way. But if we want it to transfer to those big strength movements, you have to train it in the way it's going to work, and that's what's most functional. Okay? I'm going to show you a couple of stability exercises where we're literally just holding. We're resisting the rotation, we're resisting the flexion, we're resisting the extension, and hopefully these are ones that are going to help you out and make your core a lot stronger. So here's our mat. We're going to lie down. The first one, you're going to get into the top of a push-up position. This is going to resist rotation. If we get set up in this push-up position, if both feet are down and both hands are down, I'm actually, right now, my core is resisting the flexion. Or, sorry, my body is resisting the extension. So if I let myself go lax and my abs give out, my hips start to drop. So I need to kind of crunch into this, keep the abs tight, and just hold this position. So now I have tension in those abs. If this movement isn't very difficult for you, we can increase that core tension there, that tension in the abs, by walking those hands out. My abs are having to work hard to keep my body from falling down, to keep my back from arching. I'm holding this position here. So if your typical plank isn't very difficult, then you're going to move, you're going to widen that base of support and create that tension there. So that is resisting the extension, so the abs have to work extra hard. Now if we want to increase the rotation, so now we're going to resist ourselves from twisting. You get back in that base, you get back in that center. And now, just start with the feet. You're going to raise one foot up. And notice how, if I can't adequately stabilize and resist that rotation, notice how my body will start to rotate, or my hips start to sag. If I keep my stable base and gently just raise one foot up off the ground, now I'm really challenging that stability. If I want it to become a little bit more difficult on my upper body, I still get in that stable base, and now I raise one hand up. And I really try to squeeze, hold that nice and tight. Now, if I want an even bigger challenge, I raise up opposite limbs. Notice how I'm starting to tilt. I really want to keep that center, keep that stable, and alternate back and forth. And you will feel it. I'm resisting the twist. So those are two actually really key movements to train the front of your body, resisting the extension. So we need to crunch those abs down a little bit in that plank, and then also resist the rotation as we do that, either the leg lift, the arm lift, or both, the arm lift and the leg lift. But you have to squeeze out, blow that air out, squeeze tight, create that girdle around your abs, and keep that stable base. And that's what's going to transfer to your overhead press, your deadlift, your back squat, the kettlebell swings, all that fun stuff. It starts right there. Okay, guys? I will see you tomorrow.